Welcome to the Kali Kannada 101 channel. This channel is an attempt to make Kannada learning easier. We will be focusing on learning Kannada with the help of another Indian language, Hindi, and the narrative will mainly be in English. Why Hindi? Well, the main reason being that the other Indian language I know to read and write is Hindi. But more importantly, because I find it easier to teach the Kannada language structure in comparison with an Indian language than with respect to English. Also, there are many similar words in both the languages, and so it may be easier for a learner to pick up the Kannada words if the learner already knows Hindi. In this channel, you will find videos for spoken Kannada as well as explaining some grammar for kids and explanation of lessons that are taught in the CBSE ICSE schools now. You can choose various playlists that suit you and enhance your Kannada language skills with Kali Kannada 101. Your comments and feedback will help in making the videos better and effective. So let's start with the influence of Sanskrit on Hindi and Kannada. We are not going to talk about which came first or how did Kannada evolve. That's not the idea of this topic. The topic is only going to tell you what the similarities are, at least what words are in similar in Hindi and Kannada, so that it will be easier if you know Hindi to comprehend some Kannada words which are common between the two languages. So this is just an attempt to make you aware that there are many words that are similar. And how does it help us? Well, it will help you even if you've not learned every word that is similar between the two. When you listen to a word, you can kind of guess that it must mean this because in Hindi it is meant it has a certain meaning. But before I proceed with some of the examples for similarities between the two languages, between words that are similar and in Hindi and Kannada, I'd like to digress a bit. I want to cover the pronunciation differences when you read Hindi and when you read Kannada. When we read words in Hindi, if a word ends with the letter A, say Ram, the last word is Ma, sorry, the last letter is Ma, but we, um, i- the last letter is Ma, but we don't call it Ma. We just omit the A sound and we call it Ram. So, like, say Samay, when you're writing three full letters, Sa, Ma, and Ya. But when you're pronouncing it, you're not mentioning the A which came with the last letter. However, in Kannada, you read it the way it is written. If you wrote Samaya, you will call it Samaya. You won't call it Samay. And in Hindi, if now the letter, if the word ends with the E or a U or a, you will pronounce the whole thing. Say mala. You will still call it mala if it's written and pronounced the same way. Similarly, say balu. The last swar that is there is u, and you pronounce it. Imli. Again, the last swar is e, and you pronounce it. It's only the letter a which we cut short in Hindi. Whereas in Kannada, you will read it exactly the way it is written. You are not going to cut short any sounds. So now you know why people in the north refer to the language Kannada as Kannad, because they don't want to pronounce the A in the end. So now we'll get back to the words which are commonly used between Hindi and Kannada. While there are so many words, I will give you a brief overview of some of the words so that you get the idea of what I'm trying to say. I will also give you a link to the PDF which contains this particular set of words that you're looking at. So let's take some of these common words that are available. Say Adhyaksh. Here you notice it's ending with the A swar and we cut short. But in Kannada, you would call it Adhyaksha for a chairman, right? Now we are going to Aprad. So, Aprad in Hindi means crime, and it's called Aparadha in Kannada. Apman, Apmana. Anumati is the same pronunciation even in Kannada, right? So Karyakram, Karyakrama means a program. Gayak is called a Gayaka in Kannada for a singer. Drashya becomes Drashya in Kannada. And Patni is Patni even in Kannada. But there is Patni is not used so much in Kannada. It is Hendati that is used. But anyway, you get the drift of what I'm trying to say. Bhukamp is Bhukampa. Marg is Marga. Rajya is Rajya. Vakya is Vakya. Rashtrapati is Rashtrapati. Mitra is Mitra. So you also notice the pronunciation, ending word pronunciations. Viman, Vimana, and so forth. Thank you for listening to this video.